What are you expecting from this one, Richie?
Well, it's an interesting contest, isn't it? You've got Zeuge, former world champion, 6 world title fights to his name. But first time he's ever boxed out of Germany as a professional, which is really, really interesting. And already there, the youth of Parker, the speed there, and the change in the feet from orthodox to southpaw just caught Zeuge.
Sparred together back in the summer of 2017. He was in Germany, sessions that Parker felt he had the better of. He started to put his punches together nicely here with a little bit more than 30 seconds to go in the first round.
Yeah, Zeuge early on here, he's struggling with the movement of Parker. He keeps switching because on the outside, very awkward man to box against. He's an effective switch hitter. His movement as well is very good. And he can certainly make you come over your front foot, make mistakes. So Zeuge just went southpaw himself there. He's struggling a little bit to cope with the movement here of Parker.
Great shot! Right hand from Zeuge. And somehow Parker was able to stay upright. Certainly bent his knees and buckled his legs. Teach him a punch, he was wide open. And now the former WBA world champion's looking for the finish. He's in survival mode, Parker. Teach him a punch, beautiful shot. And Parker's head is far from clear. And now he's touched down, it's going to be a count. And all of a sudden, this has turned around.
Well, what a punch that was from Zeuge. Parker, we know how relaxed he is, keeps switching from orthodox to southpaw. Took one too many chances there with the hands low and just got caught with a shot. Let's have a look at here. There it was there. What a short punch that was. Little right hook. And Zach Parker was in all sorts of trouble.
Parker just being patient here in the third round, not taking any chances, just trying to work behind his jab. Edge himself back into the fight, take any chances based on what happened to him in round number 2.
You see, it's okay switching, but you've got to switch like that. You've got to switch when you're moving backwards. You can't afford to switch in this situation going forward. That's when the feet will come cross. See, there again, he almost, right on cue, he almost made the mistake again of switching, the feet come square, and he almost got caught again. So he's got to watch what he's doing. He's got flair, he's got ability, Zach Parker, but box sensible. And if you switch hit, switch going backwards, not forwards.
There's been a lot of talk about what the fights might look like in the future for Zach Parker, but of course he's got to get through tonight. Anthony Yard, Billy Joe Saunders, Diego Pacheco, all fighters that seem to be potentially in the future of him, but can't slip up here against Tyron Zeuge. I think this has been his most dominant round though, hasn't it, to this point, Parker?
He's kept his man at bay, hasn't he? At distance with those shots, just keeping him off balance, so it's better boxing from Parker, but you can't afford to get complacent. That'll be his problem here, complacency.
Again, this is good work though from Parker, dominating in there. It's a wild swing from the German. He's got a nice tight guard, Zeuge. Doesn't throw a very high volume of punches, does he, the German? But he's got the power when he does let his hands go. Seems quite sharp.
I think he's reverted now just to block the shots on his hands and with his gloves and on his arms, and he's just looking for that one shot now, Zeuge.
Good body shot from Parker. I mean, the only punch he's throwing at the moment, Zeuge, is that long right hand.
Yeah.
When Parker's on his way out, I mean, provided he manages to avoid that, I mean, he's hardly landing a scoring shot otherwise, is he?
And in this situation here, against a former world champion, yeah, and look, he's still really dangerous. So it's a classic case here. You've got to be very mentally strong in this contest and just get the job done and just concentrate throughout.
30 seconds to go in the 7th. Don't switch off, the message to Zach Parker. If he doesn't and keeps his wits about him, then everything should be fine.
I mean, I think Zeuge will be knowing that he'll be told in the corner that he's losing the rounds. You might see a change in tactic from him at some stage. He might really put the pressure on. But at this stage, that's another round for Parker. I think he's in. Oh, that's a good shot from Parker. That was a right-hand cracking shot. That was over the top, bang on the button.
That's not bad from Zeuge though, by way of a follow-up, is it? Just when Parker dropped his hands.
Yeah, deceiving sort of fighter, isn't he, Zeuge?
Stumble over there from Parker. There might be a bit of water on the canvas.
He might have just gone over on his ankle, so we'll have to watch that.
Just said something to his corner.
Yeah. That might mean he's got to stand and trade a little bit more now. We have to watch this. Movement's been a big part. See, yeah, I think he's gone over his ankle. He just did again there, so not really happy there.
Well, this is going to be an interesting final round if that's the case, and Parker becomes more of a sitting target for Zeuge, but that's the bell to end the 9th.
I mean, look, he's still throwing big shots, still dangerous.
There's a right hand, and Parker at the moment is just making sure he keeps out the way. Zeuge's not got a lot of time. 20 seconds to go.
You can actually see he's trying to keep his feet flat. That right foot, he's trying to keep flat-footed all the time, not trying to bounce on the toes anymore. Difficult.
A painful end to the night for Zach Parker, but it looks like it might be a successful one, and he won't mind the fact that Zeuge doesn't want to go anywhere. There's the final bell. And Zeuge can smile and he can dance around, but that might just go down as a missed opportunity for him, Richie, in the last round, that he couldn't make more of the fact that Zach Parker couldn't really move.
Judge Lee Every scores it 96-94. Judge Kevin Parker scores it 97-92. And Judge Michael Alexander scores it 98-91. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Zach Parker!